Hi guys, Squirrel here, and we're back with some more bridge projects. Yay! Squirrel builds awesome bridges that stand the test of time. Good enough to take a Scania across. Well, maybe a Renault, possibly. If you remember, if we go to our maps, we were basically doing a map out of each of the categories, and I wondered whether to do that or to just deep dive into one of the categories. You can see we've got roughly 4 maps to do in each category, so let's just try and get all of the rural ones done, shall we? Let's give it a whirl. Okay, what have we got? We've got 3 buses, a boat, 6 cars, and what on earth is that? Is that an earthquake symbol? Times 3, strength 3 earthquake, maybe? I'm not sure. And we have got, ooh, concrete. Lots of steel, look at that. 1,200 meters of steel. Bloody hell. Concrete, pistons, roads, okay. Okay, so there's a boat which usually comes down the center, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here, expect the boat to go through that bit. Concrete, we could just have... How high is that? 25 meters. 17 meters to there. We've got 40 meters, so could we do that? And that. Yes, we can. Good. That's good. So now it's a case of building a structure across here. Why does the dots go out so far? I don't think we really need to pin back there, do we? Okay, so what do we want the road to look like? Cross beams, yes, because we're going to have earthquakes. So we're going to possibly... Just thinking about the pivoting. So if the gap's here, then the joint's going to be... Let me just put the joint in. Let's see where we are. So the joint's going to be there like that. Something along those lines. I'm not sure I've got so much cable. Let's just put some steel under that. Crossbars, yes, because I've got earthquakes coming. I've got a feeling that's why there's so much steel available. Because the earthquakes are going to shake this to hell and back. That's what I'm thinking. That's quite a stable structure. Obviously that needs to be an open joint. And then we're going to need a piston structure up here. So let's do that. Let's go. Don't need to be that high, I don't think. I should probably do it. Can we get all the way across there? No. No, so maybe we should angle it. Maybe we should angle it. Something like that. I'm thinking that may be a bit steep. I mean, it's stable. Very stable. And then I'm thinking pistons dropping down like that. Don't know if this is going to work or not, to be honest. That in itself is a pretty stable bridge. Why don't we just test that, see what happens? That seems so minimal and absurd it can't possibly work. They're very heavy buses, and they've got across okay. Here comes the boat, so we'll soon find out if we did that in the right place. Oh, sugar! There you go. There's the answer. There's the answer. I didn't think that was right. Too good to be true. Okay, cross pieces. Let's keep them on. Let's go there. Soon make this more stable. We don't want to go about there like that. And then we're going to have to take cross pieces off while we come down. And we'll come down there. Keeping up with the whole triangle situation. I think that's good enough. That should hold up. But then I said that last time. Obviously when those pistons pull, they're going to yank that branch, and that's what went wrong. It just collapsed that If I find a way of strengthening that from within. Could I have gone up? Could possibly just gone straight up there like that, but this is a lot more stable. Okay, so the bridge is coming up now. The boat should be okay. I am worried about the earthquake. Yep, straight under there. Is that a flag from Sweden? Austria? I'm trying to remember. Not really important. Okay, the cars are not going to be a problem. I don't even know why they're in the test. If 3 9-ton buses can make it, I'm pretty certain piddly little cars are going to be fine. The big one is the earthquake. What is it going to do? Are we going to find out why we need cables? Holy crap. Oh my god. Where's the strength meter? Oh, here we go. Top left. Yay, it worked! Fantastic. That's a pretty compact bridge, actually. I think. Proud of that one. Your bridge cost 4,000. Sorry, 4.019.124. £4 million. How much was the budget? The budget was 8.5 million. I think that's a win, guys. I think I've done pretty well there. Let's go for the next level, shall we? Righto. Carried on down the rural. This is rural 10. Got 4 buses. What was it? 4 buses, 8 cars, and 2 trains. Okay. And we've got iron, steel, cables, and roadway. Quite a wide span. Some concrete footposts already in, so we'll take advantage of those, I think. Possible pinning at the back. So I think we're looking at... We've got cables, but I never usually use cables. But I might run out of... I've got 1,000 meters of steel. I guess you use cables if you're trying to go really cheap, but... To be honest, I'm just trying to get a bridge that works. Right, we've got trains coming across, so I think we're going to need the cross pieces in. I'm pretty certain the first piece is going to look like that. Yeah, that looks good. Get a nice triangle in there. So the rest is going to be about supporting this. Now, so how many joints? So if we were going for a cable structure, we'd want lots of joints along here. Do we want to go cable or just go straight for the steel iron scenario? That's the question. Only 200 meters. You know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try, guys. You should be proud of me right now. Oops. Interface can be a bit... What's it doing that? Material not available. Apparently. Do you know what? I guess I'm going to have to... not do that. We don't have enough steel or whatever for the crossbars, and I'm pretty certain I need the crossbars. So, sorry, but we can't do it. The game won't let us. There we go. That's pretty much all the iron gone. Should be strong enough, I think, for a train to come over. I think if it didn't use the cross pieces, I'm pretty certain. I could be wrong. A train might just trash it. I could try it without, I guess. Let's get the steel in. I don't think we need the cross for this. No. Let's get that in there. That in there. And then let's transmit the weight straight through like that. And then we'll come in like that for some compression. Go across the middle. Complete the triangle. Okay, that's not bad. I don't know if it's going to take the test, but it's not a bad little start. Let's see what the game thinks of it, shall we? Obviously the trains are the real problem here. I also have heard, somebody told me that the simulation speed causes errors. So I've had scenarios where the bridge has worked on one pass and then the second pass it hasn't. And that's to do with the errors that creep in when you up the speed simulation. So the suggestion was just turn it down and then it would just work. Just a little tip for you if you're playing this. Okay, here's the big test. Was that a 200-ton train? Was that? Or was that 20? Okay, okay. Well, that answers that question. It's not strong enough. Bloody hell. How can we strengthen this? So it snaps here, there's just not enough uplift here. So as the train came across, it just pushed down too much and snapped this whole structure. So the first most obvious thing to try is... let's go like that and pull that back like that to give that some extra up support. And how's that looking? Right, let's replicate that on the other side. Down to there, to there, the bottom there, and then that over here. Okay. It's a lot stronger, but there's still a ton of weight getting pushed down on these things. I'm not sure how to fix that. Maybe we just need to put some cross pieces in. Maybe we need to do that to give it extra strength. There we go. Should we try that? If we could just skip to the train. Actually, we can do that, can't we? You can do run official tests. You can actually run your own tests somewhat. How heavy was that train? I didn't notice. 8 tons of cars. That should stand up this time because that will also pull back. So that will offer some support here. Obviously the weak point's around here. Yeah, 200 tons. Bloody hell. That's a hell of a weight. Okay, it's holding up. There's a bit of creaking, but it held up. Done. That was it. Yay! Cool. Let's see what kind of cost I did it in. 3.1 million with a budget of 6.7. Good stuff. On to the next bridge. Okay, we've got quite a wide span. Ooh, look at that. Little waterfall at the back. Where's it gone? Bring it back. Oh god. Suspension cable. Uh-oh. Lots and lots of steel. 6 buses, a train, 7 cars, and a 2 strength. Do you know what? I know I built a suspension bridge last time, but this looks difficult. I might just cop out. How many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I've got a central gap. So if we went like that, and like that, we could go about here, and then about there. Could do that. Could do that. Now then, so if we want to support this thing, let's go. I don't want cross pieces now. I'm going to go straight up like that. Maximum height. What if we start with that and that? Because that looks like a nice stable structure. Just come out of getting over and holding this lot up, isn't it? I mean, I guess... Suspension cable. It actually wants a suspension bridge here. Hell no. I'm not even going to do it. How can we build something stable there? Something like that. And that. That doesn't look right. if we do that? Actually, no. I'll tell you why. We want crossbars, though. Let's just carry on all the way. Oh, we can't. The gap's too big. That design doesn't work. So how big can that be? Here. That's okay. Making it up as I go along, in case you haven't noticed. Making it up as I go along. How do we want this one? There? Yeah. Right. So now, we just go like this. People are sitting there going, no! You're supposed to use cable, you idiot! Not steel. Steel's too heavy. And you're probably right. It looks okay so far. I think I'll probably pin it back. This is a squirrel bridge, okay? This is like, you know, built to last. Built to last using no cables. Squirrel Company banned cables. Mostly because we find it's better with steel. Right, the buses are okay. Let's try the train. Obviously the earthquake's going to be a problem. It's going to shake the crap out of it. Can this get over? That's the question. Creak, creak, creak. No, it's fine. Okay. So, it's probably not the cheapest bridge in the world, but if it survives the earthquakes, it's a done deal. Clone cars coming across. And finally, the real test. Bring it, come on, bring it. Rah! Rah! I'm staying there, I'm not going anywhere. Look at that. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen. That's way stronger than suspension. I'd take my Scania over that. I don't know all the fuss is about. Suspension cables. 4.7 million out of a budget of 10. Less than half the price. Brilliant. Who needs cables? Next level. I think this is the final rural map. Rural 12. 3 peacocks. In other words, 3 wind tests. A train. 7 cars. 2 more trains. Well, not really 2 more. It means a light train and then a heavy-ish train. And we've got to do it with concrete. Concrete and steel and cable. I'm good with all that. It's just suspension cable I'm a bit naff with. So basically, it's going to have to be a strong bridge that doesn't blow around. Concrete has to go in first. Now, we've got 20 meters, so what's the height? 10 is there. That looks like a good spot, actually. What was that, 2 squares in? And suddenly that's 11. Wait a second. How does that work? I've got 20 meters of concrete. It's 10.1. Okay, 7 then. It'll have to be there. It'll have to be there like that. Okay. That's what we've got. We've got a wind test, so I'm thinking crossbars across the road. Nice long pieces. Like this. Can we meet in the middle? That'd be super dandy if we could. No, we can't meet in the middle. Not quite, anyway. That's going to be the weakest point in the middle. So we'll have to use steel, I think. Can we go from there to there? Do we want cross pieces? Have we got enough to do it? Yes, we have. I'm saying yes, just to keep that kind of wind test away. Let's see what it thinks of that, because that is pretty strong. But is it strong enough for a 100-ton train, or are we going to have to go over the top as well? It's good enough for a 100-ton train, but it looks like it's stressing out, so maybe the next train's going to cause it problems. In which case we're going to have to go over the top and support it with cables, I think. think that's what we have to do. Here we go, this is the big boy. 200 tons, holy cow. What's he carrying at all? It's got lead in the back. It's holding up, it's holding up. I think the cross beams are the only reason that held up. Excellent. Right, windstorm, here we go. That should be strong. I mean, it's done everything I can to prevent that from getting blown over. 110 kilometers, 115, 120. That's a hell of a wind. It's done, it's done, it's done! Yay! Congratulations! I reckon that was seriously under budget. 2.9 million, call it 3, out of a budget of 7.6. Awesome. That's it. Finished! Yes! Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was good fun. That's it for this episode of Bridge Project. The next episode, I'm going to drill through these cities. Then the next episode, we'll go through the canyons. And then the final Bridge Project will be the varied. And that's the game finished. Done one section. So yeah, give me a like if you like that. And take care, guys. And I shall see you soon.